Hi everyone, my name is Kiurapeti in full, and today I just want to talk about how to deal or cope with depression and suicidal thoughts from a Christian's perspective. Whether you're dealing with it personally in your life, or you might know someone that is dealing with it and you just don't know what to say, you don't know how to approach them. I really hope this video sheds a little bit of light around those topics so that we can understand a bit. And please do note that this might not only be applicable to Christians, it can be applicable to anyone and everyone. I'm just going to be tackling it mostly from a Christian's point of view. Alright, cool. So let's start off by defining what depression is. So depression is a mental disorder that causes persistent feelings of sadness, loss of interest, a lack of concentration. It changes one's sleeping patterns and eating patterns and etc. It does affect how one person feels, acts and behaves, and it can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. Because most of the time a depressed person feels very hopeless and helpless and feels like life is not worth living, it does lead to suicidal thoughts. Many people do plan, but not most people actually go through with their plans. It has been reported, though, that 9% of teenage deaths in South Africa are caused by suicide, and almost 17% of deaths of people under the age of 35, specifically females, are caused by suicide. And this is all dependent on hospital stats, meaning that the percentage can actually be a bit higher. And this just shows us that this is one out of many problems that we are dealing with as people that actually needs our attention. Okay, cool. So right now I'll just share a little bit of myself, and then after that I'll go through a quick few points to help us understand this a bit. All right. So I've been dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts for almost half of my life. It started when I think I was a teenager, around 12, 13, somewhere there. And I've attempted suicide about plus minus 3 times. And honestly, it has not been an easy journey. It has been quite tough. Tough is actually an understatement, but it's been quite tough. It has been overwhelming. It has been draining, mixed emotions, and it becomes more tough when you don't have a support system, either friends or family, that actually understand what you're going through, and they tend to say things and act in a certain way that actually pushes you back into that dark place that you yourself are trying so hard to escape, which leads me to my first point, which is reasons as to why people that are dealing with mental disorders are not so open. There are many reasons. Mara, this one, I feel like this one is at the top, according to me. Stigmas around mental disorder, the things that people say, people's perspective. If you're going to go to someone and tell them that you're dealing with a certain mental disorder, but they make you feel like you are not a normal human being. Or they'll say things like, just snap out of it, just snap out of it. Or rata attention, just get over yourself. It's not only about you, Or let's say things like, no, just read the Bible and pray and you'll get over it, man. You'll be okay. Yeah. I'm not minimizing the power of God in any way. I strongly believe that God can heal us and deliver us from anything and everything, But I think as much as it's very good that we are trying to deal with this from a spiritual point of view, I think it is also important that we ask God for wisdom to help us deal with this from an emotional and mental point of view, so that we are able to live balanced lifestyles and we are able to understand each other as people. And then the last thing that people would say would be, yeah, we all cry, we all get hurt, we all go through things. So what is so special about you? Yeah, let me tell you what is so special, right? Most people confuse sadness and depression. Sadness is normally based on certain circumstances or situations or reasons. So you are sad because you fought with your friend, or you did not do so well at school, or you lost something. But then the moment the situation changes or the circumstance changes, so does your mood. So the moment, let's say, you and your friends start speaking solely sharp, but with depression, as I said, it's a persistent feeling of sadness, and it lasts for a very long time. Most of the time, I know mine normally lasts for a maximum of 2 weeks, where I just feel so down, so most of the time I don't know why. That you just don't know why you're sad. You just don't know why you're feeling so overwhelmed, but you just feel that way, and we can't explain it to someone else. It's just, yeah. Okay, so second point is, how then does one relate to someone that is dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts? So one thing that you can try doing is building a relationship or a foundation of trust between you and that person, to make it like a safe space for them to be able to open up to you, and help you understand what they're going through, what they're thinking, and most importantly, how they behave when they go through periods of feeling depressed. In that way, you understand, and therefore you will not say certain things or act in a certain way that might push them away or hurt them even more. So how you can do that is by being honest to that person about your struggles, challenges, difficulties. In that way, you are breaking down those walls and showing that person that you and I are actually the same. We might not be going through the same thing, but then we are going through something. And you are completely normal for going through what you're going through, and I'm completely normal for going through what I am going through. In that way, I see, oh, okay, we are not going through the same thing, Mara. Sisonke, in that way, I'm able to open up to you, because now you have made it a safe space for me to be able to be honest, and in that way, it's healing, because now I'm confronting my emotions, I'm speaking about what I'm going through, and therefore, see on. Thirdly, if you are personally dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts, and you just feel like nobody understands you, and you're just so drained, the truth is there are people that actually understand what you're going through, and I'm one of those people, and I just want you to know that you're completely normal. You're a completely normal, functional human being. You are not your depression. You are not defined by your depression. You are you, and depression is just something that you just have to deal with. And God does not hate you or love you less just because you're going through something that the world might not understand. God completely understands you, and He wants to help you through this journey towards your healing. He wants to help you understand why you're going through what you're going through, because there's always underlying reasons. It could be a generational thing. It could be due to certain things that happened in your life, that you have not confronted. But whatever the reason is, God is there, and He'll always bring people that will help you through your journey of healing, and people that will understand you and genuinely care and love for you. And I think the best thing you can do for yourself is to forgive those people that didn't understand you and people that said things to hurt you, so that you are not so mean and bitter and angry that you end up pushing people away that God has brought into your life to help you through your journey of healing. Psalms 18 verse 2 says that God is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. In times where you feel so emotionally unstable, God is that stable person that you can completely rely on. He's one person that will protect you. He will protect you from anything and everything. When the enemy tries to hold you down through certain strongholds to keep you from moving on, God will deliver you from those. He will give you the necessary weapons to help you through your journey of healing, and to fight anything that comes in your way, that will want to distract you or hold you back. There's nothing new to God under the sun. God knows, and He always has a solution, and He wants to be a part of your journey of healing. Okay, so as I wrap up, I'm just going to say that it's completely okay not to understand certain things that people might be going through, but the best thing we can do for ourselves as human beings is to have open hearts to learning and understanding, certain things that people find themselves in, so that we care more and judge less, whether it's mental disorders, whether it's gender-based violence, whether it's substance use disorders, addiction, whatever the case might be. So, yeah.